Hello, this is Interview of the Day. Today I will speak with the Deputy Chairperson of the International Center for Green Technologies and Investment Projects, Arman Kashkinbekov. Mr. Kashkinbekov, tell us about the activities of the International Center for Green Technologies and Investment Projects.
Международного центра зеленых технологий и инвестиционных проектов.
Наш международный центр был создан по инициативе главы государства и является одним из основных шагов.
Our international center was created upon the initiative of President Nazarbayev. The center aims at attracting private investments in green projects of Kazakhstan, which is very important. Secondly, we cooperate in knowledge exchange with the world's leading research centers, particularly in China, America, Europe, and Korea. Thirdly, we support local content, including our investors, developers, scientists, and specialists. These are the main areas of our work. We will work on the principle of a single window.
И специалистов. Вот эти основные сферы, 3-4, над которыми мы будем работать. Мы будем работать по принципу одного окна, то есть правительство.
The government, represented by the authority body of the Ministry of Energy, will be engaged in developing the necessary legal framework, which will then be approved by the Parliament. Our center will approve all work with international organizations, companies, and investors, and will accompany from the moment of negotiations to implementations of projects.
Момента переговоров до реализации проектов.
Насколько я знаю,
Will the center focus on Kazakhstan or expand to Central Asia too?
масштабно в нашем регионе, в Центральной Азии.
Да, вы абсолютно правы, потому что центр создан в Казахстане, но...
Yes, you are absolutely right. Since the center was created in Kazakhstan, we will have 3 areas of activity. First of all, this is Kazakhstan. Secondly, there is access to the Central Asian region. And thirdly, of course, there's cooperation with international organizations. In the 21st century, it's time for us to move from internal to cross-border joint projects. We are one big Central Asia. Investors are essentially the same, Western or Asian. Cross-border projects are implemented in order to sell electricity and clean energy.
Энергию друг другу, чистую энергию.
You mentioned about private capital. How to attract private capital into green investments?
Капитал для зеленых инвестиций.
Вы знаете, можно вот 2 пути есть, как привлекать во всем мире.
There are 2 ways to attract people from all over the world. First, developing countries are attracting investments from developed countries. They are traveling around the world. They make numerous roadshows, present their abilities, and attract investors to their country. Second way is when the PR roadshow activities are minimized and the focus is on working within the country, on creating and improving further conditions of the investment climate, including laws, taxes, exports, markets, government assistance, tariffs, and so on. A serious measure for development is finance.
Законодательные налоги, экспортные рынки сбыта, содействие, там, тарифы и так далее. То есть, на мой взгляд, золотая середина здесь является нашим путем. Потом третье направление, очень серьезно, которое в мире развивается, это зеленые финансы.
As the main financial institution in the country and the region, the Astana International Financial Center will work to promote green finance. We have already agreed on cooperation to select some projects and technologies in green finance, Islamic finance, green bonds, and we will invest in promoting these projects in Kazakhstan. Lastly, many countries in Kazakhstan is not an exception when the state has implemented the first major projects to show that the industry functions.
Казахстан не исключение. Государство брало на себя и реализовало первые крупные проекты, чтобы показать, что отрасль состоялась. Казахстан не исключение. Бурная Solar 50 мегаватт, а сейчас...
Burnoi solar plant with 50 megawatt will reach capacity of 100 megawatt in June. The Yerementau wind park, Astana Solar, and the Kapchagai station were built with a significant share of state participation. We thank the government for having done this. We also need to further improve the conditions for private capital and investments, so the role of the state is minimized. We all know that there's a large-scale program of privatization by the government and Samruk Kazina. It's just aligned very well with this idea.
Правительство и Самрук Казаны. И это как раз вот ложится очень хорошо в эту идею.
Наверняка есть
What are some of the unconventional methods of attracting investments in green energy?
зеленую энергетику. С какими такими интересными методами вы знакомы?
Самое показательное в этом плане метод Китая.
In this respect, the most demonstrative is the Chinese method. They unfolded the special economic zones. The special economic zones can be any production, including green production. Someone will collect windmills, electric drills, and install solar panels. China's Jinko Solar is the world's largest manufacturer of solar panels. We are already negotiating with the company. They will bring their panel assemblies either in Kyrgyz, the border zone with China, or in the free economic zone of Astana. This is necessary for investment, new industries, taxes, jobs, and the Kazakh content.
Экономической зоне Астане. Для чего это нужно? Естественно, это нужно для инвестиций, для новых производств, для налогов, для рабочих мест и для казахстанского содержания.
What is your vision of the future?
За какой наукой будущее человечества? Я думаю, за наукой.
I think if we continue on alternative energy, the future of humankind will lie in self-knowledge. We must not forget that a human is the clearest example of renewable energy in the world. We get up every morning, go to work, get dressed, and do things. Where do we get energy from? We get energy from ourselves. That is also renewable energy.
Спасибо большое, Арман, за предоставленную информацию.
Thank you very much, Arman. This was the interview of the day. My guest, Arman Kashkinbekov, and I spoke about green technologies and investment projects.
Международного центра зеленых технологий и инвестиционных проектов Арман Кашкинбеков.